Hey guys, and what's going on? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we'll be talking about Arsenal versus Man City, and we'll be discussing Tottenham and the Tottenham West Ham game. Well, where do we start with Man City? They just dominated the first 10 minutes. I don't know how the shortest man on the pitch, Raheem Sterling gets and wins a header from 5 yards out. Rob Holding nowhere to be seen, not tight enough, and he wins the header 1-0. After that, after they scored within the first 2 minutes, it was very, very difficult for us Arsenal fans. Tierney was getting spun left, right, and centre by Riyad Mahrez. I swear he was left 7 1-on-1s in the first 7 minutes. I don't know how that's possible. Within the first 5.5 minutes, Raheem Sterling could have had a hat trick. A hat trick within the first 5.5 minutes. That's when I knew that this game was going to get long. Now, as the first half progresses, Man City is not really doing much, and then in the final 10 minutes of the first half, Arsenal start to get a foothold. They start getting more aggressive. They start tackling harder. They get closer to the Man City players, and they start getting some possession, making a few chances, nothing major though. And then we get into the second half. Man City came out flat-footed. To be honest, for the entire second half, Man City weren't at it, man. If they were like the Man City within the first 10 minutes, we should have lost by 4 or 5-0. But they weren't. Luckily for us, the way that they were playing it was a bit like, we know that you're attacking that great. We believe in our defence, we believe in John Stones, and we believe in Ben Diaz. You ain't going to score, and that's how it pretty much was for the second half. We didn't really make much. We had a few chances, but nothing really major. Gary Neville said it best. He said it's a bit like Floyd Mayweather. He knows he's going to win on points. He's just cruising between the round, and then he ends up getting the win. That's what happened to Man City today. Also, we need to discuss Aubameyang. I'm a believer that Aubameyang isn't best at centre forward. Now you can say, last Premier League game, he started centre forward and he scored 3 goals. He got a hat trick. Well, I'm saying that that's an exception, not the rule. I believe that when he is most effective, he is out on the left wing. When he first came, Arsene Wenger, where did he play him? Left wing. Unai Emery, where did he play him? Left wing. Even Freddie Ljungberg played him left wing. The amount of times that he's played centre forward and he has not delivered for us is too high. I think he should be out of left wing, and let me tell you why. The reason is when he's centre forward in games, especially in games like today, when he needs to hold the ball up, he just can't do it. The amount of times he got the ball and he just bounced off him, or he wasn't strong enough to hold on to it. It was just so frustrating to watch. Lacazette, on the other hand, when the ball comes into him, he wasn't like that when he first came in, but he started to get a lot better at it. When the ball comes to him, it will stick to him. He would put his back against the player, hold on to it, make sure there's runners, pass it off, and then get forward. That's how Lacazette plays. But Aubameyang, that's not his strong suit. What I thought is that Arteta played Aubameyang because Man City, we know that they like to play over high line. So if we can get the ball on a transition, we can get the ball over the top for Aubameyang to run into. However, that didn't happen at all today. I don't think one time. So that's my views on Aubameyang. Now, let me know if you agree with me. Do you think he's better at centre forward? Do you think he's better at left wing? And your reasons as well. Now, let's get into the Tottenham and West Ham game. West Ham started very well. They scored an early goal through Antonio. And then in the second half, the start of the second half, Jesse Lingard gets in, finishes with his left foot. Even though it was ruled offside, VAR checked it and it was a great goal. I like to see that he celebrated again afterwards. So 2 celebrations for Jesse Lingard, which is good to see. Usually you see a player and then when VAR gives it, they don't really celebrate. But that was a welcome surprise. Also, I would like to highlight Tottenham had a lot of chances. Is it just me, or when Harry Kane gets the ball and he shoots, it seems like that he's going to score every time. I don't know if that's just me, but he always seems like he's going to score when he shoots. He has such a clean way of striking the ball. But Tottenham got 1 goal back. Gareth Bale was brought on and he took a corner, and then Lucas Moura at the front post headed it in. I thought that's when the comeback was going to happen. They got other chances. Harry Kane got slipped through across the box. It was an easy tap in. Declan Rice got back, and then the ball came out to Gareth Bale and he struck it on the volley, and I swear I thought that was going to go top corner. Would have been goal of the season, but it came off the bar. Another chance is that they were attacking, and then the ball got out to Son. Kufal hit it off Son and it looped all the way over and hit the left post. And I'm thinking, they hit the woodwork twice. How lucky can West Ham get? But West Ham, they defended compactly, they defended well, and then in the end they were able to get the 2-1 victory and come away with the 3 points. Now we have to talk about West Ham's chances for top 4. Honestly, I think they have a very good chance. They have a very tough run of fixtures. I think they have Man City, Leeds and Arsenal in the next 3. Even though Arsenal ain't playing that well, it's still a tough fixture. a London derby, but West Ham will be full of confidence. If they can get a good result, maybe not against Man City. Man City are steamrolling the whole league. I think they've got 18 wins in a row. But if they can get a point, if they can get decent results against Leeds and Arsenal, I think they could qualify for Europe. We have to mention what's going on with Mourinho at Tottenham. Tottenham got rid of their most successful manager, took them to a Champions League final, got rid of him to bring in Mourinho. Now with Mourinho, we're thinking instant results. Within his first 2 seasons, he has proven before in other clubs that he can get results. If this is happening in second season, what's going to happen in third season when we all know that it tends to implode with Mourinho? But they went for it today against West Ham. I prefer Tottenham going for it. They have very good attacking players. I haven't been impressed with Gareth Bale this season, but today he was a different animal. He was very, very good. They have Son, Kane, who are lighting up the league early in the season. They've got Lucas Moura, Lamela. Lamela, I'm not really a fan of him. It's like those players where when they play for your team, you love them. But when they play for the opposite team, you hate them. They're like little dirty players. But they also have Dele Alli. Dele Alli seems to be starting to get more and more chances. I don't know about that situation. Me personally, I think if Mourinho's got a history of alienating players, he did it to Luke Shaw, did it to Paul Pogba, now he's doing it to Dele Alli. But it seems to be giving Dele Alli more opportunities. However, I'm of the opinion that the manager sees the players more than we do as fans. The manager sees them in training, how they train, their intensity, all things like that. So if he decides that Dele Alli's not giving in the right efforts, he shouldn't deserve to play, even though we all know his talents. Now with Mourinho, even though he's got great attacking players, he's got a baller in Ndombele, I'm a big fan of his. He's got a workhorse in Sissoko and Højbjerg. I don't understand why he plays defensively in general. The way that Tottenham set up usually is that we're going to play defensively, we're going to try and nick a goal, and then if we do nick a goal, you're not scoring. But the problem is that even though Kane and Son were carrying them early in the season, scoring goals for fun, goals have dried up. They weren't getting the goals, and they were leaky as hell at the back. Me personally, I'm not really a fan of Davinson Sanchez. I think he makes too many mistakes. We saw what Gundogan done to him, I think last week or the week before, absolutely embarrassed him. Usually when a manager sets his team up defensively, it means that he doesn't believe in the attacking players. But they have very good attacking players. So what's the problem then? To be honest, I don't really. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, let's move on to the other game of the day so far, which was Leicester City beating Aston Villa at Villa Park. It came out before the game that Grealish was going to be out for around a month, which is a huge blow to Aston Villa's hopes. They do have a bunch of games in hand. They've got they are currently 8th in the table. They've got 2 games in hand. They could make a push to the European places, but we all know how important Grealish is to Aston Villa's hopes. Hopefully he gets well soon. But today they lost to a great Leicester City team who are currently in second place, and what a team that they have. I don't think they're getting the plaudits that they deserve right now. Them and West Ham. It's just all focused on how Man City is going to run away with the league and how the league's already won. But if I remind you, like 2 months ago, when Man City, maybe even 3 months ago, when Man City were going through a rough patch, losing games, drawing games, not having good results, it was Liverpool who was running away with the league. And now all of a sudden it's Man City's run. All I'm saying is that even though Man City are 10 points clear at the top of the table, don't think that the league is won until it's won. Like, anything can happen. Man City could lose a bunch of important players to injury. Ruben Diaz could go down. Ederson could go down. All I'm saying is don't crown the champions before it's ready, before it's time. Now there's one more match of the day left, which is Newcastle and Man United, that's kicking off at 7 PM in 6 minutes time. But that's it for me. I'll catch you next time. Peace.